Hey, Ellie, where are you? I just got home, but the door was locked. Then I went inside. The whole house was dark. There's no sign of you anywhere. Are you out with your friends or something? Ellie, I'm kind of concerned about you. I'd appreciate it if you could text me back.
Would you get off my back? Jeez, you're acting like my mother.
There you are. And I'm not your mother. I'm your husband. I don't mind you coming home late, but I would appreciate it if you could either leave me a note or text me about what you're doing. You have to understand that I get concerned when I have no idea where you are.
I'm wherever I want to be. And why are you home already?
It was a light day at work today. I managed to get everything done by 5 o'clock.
Oh.
Is "oh" really all you've got to say right now? Anyway, what time do you think you'll be home?
What time? Probably never.
Never?
Yeah, I'm never coming home again. I decided that I'm gonna break up with you and get back together with my ex-boyfriend.
What? Good God, Ellie, this is not the kind of thing you tell me by freaking text. And your ex-boyfriend, wasn't he the guy that you discovered was neck-deep in debt and almost dragged you down into bankruptcy with him?
Oh, please, that's all ancient history. He's a changed man, Tom. He's paid off all of his old debts, he has a stable job, and he's a totally upstanding citizen now.
I don't think that getting back together with his married ex-girlfriend falls under the definition of upstanding citizen. It sounds to me like he's just as much of a sleaze as always, just with a slightly higher net worth now.
Don't you dare talk about him like that. He is not a sleaze. Do you have any idea how hard he's worked to be able to be with me again? If you did, then you'd understand how impressed I am with him. He's done more to win my heart in the last few years than you've done for our entire marriage. It's clear to me that he cares far more about me than you do. He deserves to be with me, so I'm going to give him what he deserves. I took out all the stuff that I wanted to bring with me. If there's anything left over, you can do whatever you want with it. Sell it, throw it away, I don't really care.
Ellie, hold on! We need to talk about this!
I'm not interested in talking with you anymore, Tom. This is goodbye.
Ellie, wait!
Good afternoon to you, sir. I'm looking for a Mr. Tom Desereau. Do I have the correct number?
Yeah, but can I ask who this is?
Ah, indeed, I've forgotten my manners. My name is Jerry Mason of the Mason Law Group. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Jerry Mason? Huh. Nice to meet you too, I guess.
I'm contacting you today as the duly ordained legal representative of your wife, one Mrs. Ellie Desereau.
Uh-huh. So my wife hired you to be her lawyer, is that right?
Indeed it is, sir. I am her official attorney at law.
Okay.
Now then, let's get right down to business, shall we? I regret to inform you that your wife wishes to dissolve your marriage.
You mean she wants to divorce me? Yeah, I know. Apparently she wants to get back with an old boyfriend.
Ah, then you are aware. Excellent. That makes this conversation much easier. Regarding the dissolution of your nuptials, your wife seeks compensation from you totaling $30,000.
Hold on! She wants money from me? She cheated on me and left me for her ex, and now she wants me to pay her for the privilege?
It seems as though you are unfamiliar with legal matters, so allow me to give a succinct explanation. You see, there is a legal concept known as no-fault divorce. This means that a woman cannot be at fault for the circumstances surrounding a divorce.
I see. Thank you for informing me.
Glad to be of help, and as she cannot be found at fault, she is seeking the legally mandated payment from her husband in an amount of $30,000.
Right, the legally mandated 30 grand I owe her. Hey, are you being serious right now?
I most certainly am, good sir. I am a lawyer, after all. We lawyers are always serious.
Yeah, you got a point there. Can't just go around lawyering all willy-nilly.
Well then, let's now move on to discussing the payment. How will you be paying? By cash or wire transfer?
Before we talk about the payment, let me ask you something. Your name is Jerry Mason and you work for the Mason Law Group, right?
Why, yes, that is indeed who I am and the law firm I represent. A lawyer like me would never lie about that. That would be perjury.
Yeah, okay then. Tell you what, could you give me a couple days? 2 days would be enough.
2 days? What do you need 2 days for?
I just need some time to think. I mean, Ellie's asking me for $30,000. That's a lot of money.
Well, I suppose you are right. That is a rather large amount of money. However, let me advise you that if you try to leave town, it would not go well for you.
Oh, trust me, you got nothing to worry about. If I left town, I'd lose my job, and I'm not interested in starting my career from scratch.
All right, but you should know that I am a lawyer with a very extensive network of connections. If you did try to run away, then I would be informed of your moves immediately. And as such, I suppose you aren't much of a flight risk, so I'll give you your 2 days.
Much appreciated. I'll text you again 2 days from now.
I await your text.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Ellie. How are things? You settled in with your boyfriend?
I sure am.
How wonderful to hear. By the way, where are you right now? Are you still in town?
As if I'd tell you. I wouldn't want you coming around to stalk me, would I? Anyway, I want to hurry up and make our divorce official, if possible, within the next few days. And we also need to discuss the matter of the money you owe me. Let's see. I think $100,000 would be an acceptable amount of alimony. I mean, with as much money as you make, you could probably pay me that much in cash on the spot.
Oh, now you want $100,000.
Huh? What do you mean now?
Oh, it's nothing. Forget about it. As for our divorce, considering the circumstances, I'm totally in agreement about getting it over with as soon as possible. However, if you think you're gonna get that much in alimony from me, you've got another think coming.
Excuse me? If you think you're gonna stiff me on alimony, then you have got another thing coming. That $100,000 is the bare minimum amount that I'll need to get my new life started. And I have every right to get as much from you as I want, so you'd better pay up. Got it?
Yeah, again, I don't know what makes you think you have a right to get as much as you want.
Come on, Tom, do you think I'm stupid? There is no way, and not a chance, that I'm gonna budge on this. I want $100,000. End of story. Pay up.
You are really, really confused about a lot of things.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Honestly, I wouldn't even know where to start, but I guess I'll just say that you should be more careful about where you get your legal advice. But you'll find out tomorrow exactly what I'm talking about. Talk to you later. Good afternoon, illustrious lawyer Jerry Mason of the Mason Law Group. This is Tom Desereau, the man whose wife has appointed you as her legal representative. You texted me 2 days ago about our divorce, and I'm texting you now just like I promised I would. If I could have a moment of your time, I'm ready to talk with you now.
Ah, that's excellent to hear. So you've had 2 days to think, and I take it you're prepared to pay the $30,000 your wife requests from you, correct?
No, actually, that's not correct. I'm not paying a dime.
You're not?
No, actually, I'm not. I'm not going to agree to any demands my wife makes of me. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be making a few demands of my own. For starters, I'm suing my wife for $30,000 for intentional infliction of emotional distress.
But wait, you can't do that!
Oh, but I can, Jerry. I can indeed. But I'm not finished yet. I'm also suing you for the same amount.
What the? Mr. Desereau, I don't think you fully comprehend the position that you're in. You can't sue me. I'm a lawyer. I understand that you might not be too happy about having to pay alimony to your wife after the divorce, but the law is the law.
Oh, you want to talk about the law? Okay, I'm game. Let's talk about the law. 2 days ago, you so graciously taught me about no-fault divorce, right? You said it's a legal principle that means the woman can never be found at fault for a divorce?
Well, yeah, I did, but what are you bringing that up for?
Tell me, Jerry, where did you get your law degree? Did you pre-law at the University of Social Media? Or maybe you skipped that entirely and got your JD at the University of I Just Made It Up?
Sir, I have no idea what you're implying, but if you keep talking to me like this, I will sue you for slander.
Truth is an absolute defense to a defamation claim, you moron. Oh, excuse me, you wouldn't know what that means, would you? Considering you don't even know what no-fault divorce means.
I will not stand for a layman trying to tell me what the law does or does not say. I am a lawyer.
Give it up, Jerry. I know that you're the one who's been having an affair with my wife.
What?
And I know that this isn't a recent development either. You've been sleeping with her for 3 whole years. I have connections with enough private detectives to find out anything I need to about anyone in this entire city, Jerry. It didn't even take me 12 hours to figure out what was really going on.
Uh-oh.
I managed to get my hands on a very interesting piece of audio. It's a crystal clear recording of you and a friend of yours having a conversation at a bar 2 nights ago. And in that recording, you were kind enough to explain your whole scheme for me.
Wait, what scheme? I don't have any schemes. I'm just a lawyer.
The next time you try to impersonate a lawyer, don't choose a name like Jerry Mason. I mean, come on, that's a pretty old TV show, but it's also one of the most famous TV shows in the country's history. But yeah, I have a recording of you talking about your plan to impersonate a lawyer in order to extort money from your girlfriend's husband. So I know you're not a lawyer, and I know you're not actually representing Ellie. You're just a garden variety con artist, and not even a very good one.
I am so a lawyer, and a very good one!
Yeah, you said you were with the Mason Law Group, right?
That's right, I'm a partner in that firm!
Oh, yeah? Wow, that's news to me. By the way, how's Alex doing these days?
Alex?
Yeah, Alex. He's one of the partners in the Mason Law Group. I haven't spoken to him in a while. What's he up to?
That Alex, man, I must be tired from all my lawyering work. I drew a blank for a second. Alex is doing great, thanks for asking. I'll tell him that you said hi.
How are you gonna do that?
Do what? Tell him you said hi?
Yeah, how are you gonna tell Alex I said hi? Alex died 3 months ago.
He did?
Yup, he was one of the founding members of that law firm, and he passed away at the ripe old age of 88 just a few months ago.
Oh, I guess I was thinking of a different Alex.
There is no one named Alex at the Mason Law Group. I know, because I work with them pretty often.
You do?
Yep, every day of the week, actually. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tom Desereau, attorney at law, and partner in the Mason Law Group.
What?
I bet you chose the name Mason for your fake persona because of the name of the law firm, but there was never anyone with that last name here. Alex Johnson, the founder I mentioned earlier, named it that because his father worked as an actual mason. He started out doing workers' rights cases because of the way his father's company treated its employees.
Wow, that's a great story. Thanks for telling me that.
I'll be going now. Not so fast, Jerry. Full name Jerry Thompson. It seems obvious to me that you're not licensed to practice law anywhere in the United States. Are you aware of the laws against impersonating an attorney? It's punishable by up to 3 years in prison and a hefty fine, too.
That's not good.
It's quite bad, actually. However, fortunately for you, I haven't actually been harmed by your impersonation. So if you'll be a good little boy and pay the $30,000 I asked you for, then I might just be persuaded to not go to the authorities about this. If you ever use my firm's name in a fraud scheme again, however, I'm not going to be so lenient. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I won't do it again, sir.
Tom, what's going on? What did you do to Jerry? He just told me that you're demanding he pay you a bunch of money and that he's actually going to pay up without a fight. He looked shell-shocked. He said there was no way he'd be able to beat you. So, yeah, what did you do to him? All you had to do was pay me the $100,000 I asked you for. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, I think I get it now. You never told him about what I do for a living, did you?
What do you mean?
You asked for $100,000 and he asked for $30,000. Seems to me like you two weren't coordinating your shakedowns at all.
What are you talking about?
Your boyfriend texted me a few days ago. He was pretending to be a lawyer from my own law firm and demanded I pay you $30,000.
He did?
I had a thorough background check done on him and discovered that he's actually still just as in debt as he was when you were together. I guess he saw this as an opportunity to get the girl and an easy payday.
Wait, he's still in debt? But that's not what he told me. He said that he's a big-shot businessman making $200,000 a year now.
Yeah, the technical term for that is lying. He lied to you. The truth is that he's still the same old gambling addict he always was.
No way. He betrayed me?
And speaking of betrayal, you don't just get to demand all the alimony you want from me, especially not in the event you cheated on me.
Wait a second. You mean I don't get anything just because I cheated on you?
That'll be up to the judge, but don't count on getting much. And since you were cheating on me for 3 years, I'm also throwing in a lawsuit against you for intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Hey, Tom?
Yes, Ellie?
I've changed my mind. I don't want to get divorced anymore.
Ah?
Yeah, I'm gonna break up with Jerry right now. I'll be home soon.
Don't bother, I already moved out of our old place.
You did?
Well, since I'm gonna be single now, I figured I should probably downsize to a smaller place.
But where am I supposed to go then?
I don't know, you could always try your parents.
I can't face them, not after this.
You're gonna have to because they're on their way to see you right now.
Oh no, why?
I thought it would be for the best if they were present while we talked about where we're gonna go from here. So you'll probably just get in their car and go home with them when we're done.
I don't understand. Why are my parents coming?
Because I asked them to.
Oh, this is the worst.
See you soon. Ellie's parents and I both arrived at Jerry's apartment where she was staying a few minutes later.
It seems that Jerry had wizened up a bit because he had already broken up with her and kicked her out onto the street, where we found her when we arrived. We had a pleasant conversation, and then her parents dragged her back home to live with them. Jerry took out another loan in order to give me the $30,000 I demanded in cash. I'm confused how a guy like him can get a loan for that much, but hey, I got the money, so it's not my concern anymore. As for Ellie, her parents paid me the $30,000 I demanded from her in exchange for dropping my lawsuit. They said that they would make her pay it off to them over time. I heard through my network of informants that Jerry seems to have turned over a new leaf, for real this time. For his sake, I hope that he can keep it up and give up gambling for good. Ellie, however, is not having a similar epiphany of her own. Her parents are forcing her to work, but she has such a bad attitude on the job that she keeps getting fired within a few weeks. They're currently giving her the choice of getting kicked out of the house or marrying the middle-aged, overweight, balding son of one of their friends.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Jack. You saw the divorce papers I left on the table for you, right? I've already signed them. You hurry up and sign them too, okay? Then get them to the courthouse as soon as possible.
Wait just a second, Zoe. What's going on? This is all happening so fast.
I'm not waiting. I want to get a divorce as soon as possible.
Tell me, Zoe, did I do something wrong? I've been racking my brain ever since I found these after getting back from work. And while I may not have been a perfect husband, I have no idea what I did to make you do this. So please, can you tell me why? If there's anything I can do to make our marriage work, I'll do it.
There's nothing you can do to make this work, Jack. We're done.
Even if that's true, just tell me why you... I honestly have no idea why you would do this to me. I won't be able to sleep at night unless you give me a reason.
Seriously, Jack? I was planning on doing you a favor and leaving you with your dignity intact. But if you insist on me taking even that from you, then I guess I'll oblige.
If you were really concerned about preserving my dignity, I don't think you would have left a stack of divorce papers on the table and left without saying a word.
Okay, well, don't say I didn't warn you. The reason I'm leaving you is your salary.
My salary?
When we got married, I thought you'd make a decent enough income, but holy smoke, was I ever wrong about that.
But, really? I mean, sure, I might not be making Elon Musk kind of money, but my salary is more than the national average.
Yep, there it is. I was waiting for that. We have completely different concepts of our finances. Money may not be the most important thing in the world, but it is really important for married couples to be on the same page. But with a gap in understanding as big as ours, there was no way this was ever going to last very long. It was only a matter of time that our relationship would end like this.
I definitely see where you're coming from. It's super important for couples to have shared values with things like money. But if that's really all that's wrong here, then can't we talk things out? I'm sure we can come to an understanding if we took some time to discuss it.
Sorry, but no thanks. I feel like I'm going to be the only one who ends up having to make any compromises, and I'm not interested in a marriage where I have to do all the sacrificing. I've already talked to my parents about this too, and they're totally on board with me divorcing you.
Wow. Let me think this over, okay?
Fine. You have 3 days to make up your mind.
What? 3 days? That's nowhere near enough time. You talk to your parents. I want to talk to mine about this too. Can't you give me more time than that?
Be grateful I gave you 3 days. I was gonna give you until tomorrow.
You got to be kidding me.
No, I'm not. And out of the kindness of my heart, I agreed to compromise again to give you 3 days. You know me. I don't like it when people keep me waiting for important things. 3 days is all you're gonna get.
I can't believe this, but okay. I'll talk to you again in 3 days.
Okay, 3 days is up, Jack. Did you sign the divorce papers yet? Remember to take them to the courthouse with you.
Yeah, I signed them. And I have them with me right now.
Good. By the way, my parents and I are going to go to the courthouse with you.
You are? Why?
Sounds like they want to have a little word with you before we're officially over. I bet they're gonna tear into you about being a poor loser.
Poor? Come on, Zoe. I told you before, my salary is above the national average. We're upper middle class, not poor.
Would you please give it up already? We're getting divorced, and that's final. No amount of whining and pleading from you can change my mind.
Unreal. All right, I'll meet up with you all in front of the courthouse at 1. Hey, Sienna, you got a sec?
What's up, bro?
Would you stop calling me that? You're my little sister, not my college roommate. Anyway, you're free now, right?
You kidding me? I'm bored out of my mind. Classes are still out for the summer, my boyfriend's working, and none of my favorite Instagram accounts have any new content out, so yeah, I've got nothing to do.
Perfect. What would you say about going to the courthouse with me today?
The courthouse? Wait, this is about your divorce, yeah? How does this involve me?
Zoe just texted and said that her parents are going to go with me when I turn in the divorce papers. Something seems, I don't know, off. So I was wondering if you could come along with me, disguise yourself so they won't know it's you, and listen into our conversation so I have a witness.
Frankly, I would rather sit here doing nothing than play detective with you.
I'll give you $100.
Detective Sienna here, reporting for duty, sir.
Well, that's what I thought you'd say. Okay, you know the park out in the back of the courthouse? Meet me there at 12:30.
That park's pretty big. Where should I meet you?
You remember the big swing set we used to play on when we were kids? How about there?
Gotcha. See you then. Hey, Jack. Thanks for submitting the divorce papers like a good little boy.
Yeah, sure, whatever. By the way, are you sure you're okay with no property division? We were only married for half a year, but I think you'd be entitled to get about $2,000 or so for me. Do you really not want it?
$2,000? It's not worth the trouble. And the divorce was my idea and all, so you can go ahead and keep that as my parting gift to you.
Yeah, nice parting gift. Well, if that's what you really want, I guess that means we're done then.
Yep, bye-bye.
Thanks for tagging along, Sienna. You were a big help. I'm sorry I had to go and get you involved in this. It's my problem, not yours.
Hey, for $100, I'll get involved in any trouble you want me to.
You always would do just about anything for money.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby. But I gotta hand it to you, Jack. You saw right through them, didn't you? The very moment you handed off that stack of papers to the courthouse clerk, she said, "Phew, now I don't have to worry about him finding out about my affair anymore." She said it pretty quietly, so you probably couldn't hear her, but I was standing right behind them, so I heard it all loud and clear.
You really earned your $100, Sienna. You started recording them with your camera just in time to get all the dirty details on tape. That makes my next step way easier.
Your next step, huh? What are you gonna do now?
Hiring a private detective. He might have a tough job ahead of him, since I'll need him to look into past affairs in addition to current ones. But it's what I'll need to do in order to have hard proof to use against her.
Okay, have fun with that. Let me know if there's anything I can do.
Nah, you've done more than enough for me already. Tell you what, when things settle down around here, I'll take you out to have a nice dinner one night.
Free food? I'm in.
And you can even bring your boyfriend too if you want.
Wow, you're feeling generous today.
He is dating my little sister after all. Gotta keep tabs on him too.
Jeez, you're starting to sound like Dad. Hey, you've got some explaining to do, Jack. We just got back from submitting our marriage certificate from the courthouse, and this strange person I've never met before asks me if my name is Zoe, then hands me this massive envelope. And when I opened it up, it said, "You're suing me? What is your problem, Jack?"
I heard through the grapevine that you were going to get married today. Congratulations. I hope the two of you are very happy together.
You can cut the sarcasm, Jack. Listen up and listen good. We are divorced. That means I can do whatever I want with whoever I want. So what makes you think you have the right to sue me? I don't know what internet forum you got your legal advice from, but you can't sue someone for remarrying after divorcing you. I get it, you're still in love with me and want me to get back together, but I'm telling you for the last time, that is never going to happen.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. I'm not suing you for remarrying. I'm suing you for your affair. The one you admitted to, remember?
What are you talking about?
I guess you didn't notice, but I wasn't alone on the day you and your parents came with me to submit the divorce papers at the courthouse. I had an acquaintance come along just in case, and that acquaintance heard the entire conversation you had with your parents in secret. Most importantly, they heard you saying that you didn't need to worry about me finding out you had an affair.
No way!
No, of course, just overhearing that alone wouldn't be enough to win a court case against you. So I hired a private detective to do some more digging for me. I was concerned at first, but I didn't know if you were still having the affair or if it was ongoing, meaning there might not be any way to catch you. But then, I got help from a very unexpected source.
I don't like where this is going.
You said the envelope was thick, right? There should be 2 other envelopes inside of it. One from me, and one from your new husband's ex-wife.
Huh? Oh, you're right. There's one more in here.
She had been suspecting her husband was having an affair for quite some time, and she had been gathering mountains of evidence against him. She was generous enough to provide me with all the evidence that she had. Thanks to that, I was able to finally make my move against you today. So tell me, Zoe, how does it feel to get sued by your ex-husband on the day that you got married?
No way. You mean you actually waited until the day we got married to do this? On purpose?
Your new husband's ex-wife was the one who came up with the idea. And it seemed so hilarious to me that we teamed up and coordinated it.
I don't believe this. You are such a scumbag, Jack!
Yeah, I don't want to hear that from you. You're the one who decided to carry on an illicit affair rather than have the decency to divorce me.
But we're divorced now, aren't we? And you didn't know about my affair when I divorced you, so what's the problem?
Here's an opportunity to give you a legal lesson. It turns out that by law, I can still sue you for infidelity after our divorce as long as the infidelity was discovered within 3 years of the date our divorce was finalized. So, yeah, I can 100% sue you.
Really?
I'm sorry, did I foil your perfect plan? Did you think that you could get away with what you did scot-free as long as you divorced me before I found out? Well, it doesn't work that way, Zoe.
No. So, you're really gonna sue me? Like, for real?
Let me put it this way. You see the dollar amount on page 4 of the stack of papers I sent you? You should operate under the assumption that you're gonna have to pay me an amount pretty darn close to that.
Oh no. Well, whatever. Unlike you, my new man's the kind of guy who can pay for something like this with no trouble. I may have made a slight miscalculation, but it's not going to be that much of a problem.
Is that so?
Yeah, it is so. He's a big shot in a wedding consultancy company. His salary is way more than yours ever was or ever will be. He's got talent, ambition, money, power, the total package. Some low-tier nobody like you isn't even in the same universe as him.
Now I get it. I was kind of baffled by your parents' response to all this. I would have thought they'd tell you off when they found out about your affair, but no. They actually became accomplices in hiding it. I guess they were so thrilled about the prospect of gaining some wealthy guy as their new son-in-law that they made a terrible mistake.
Mistake? What are you talking about? This is totally the right move for me and them. It's a complete win for everyone. My husband's a big shot businessman. And starting today, I'm gonna live the spoiled and pampered lifestyle I deserve.
Hey, about that. I don't think your husband's gonna be any sort of big shot for much longer.
What? Why not?
Think about it. He's an executive in a wedding consultancy company, Zoe. If word gets out that one of their company execs was involved in a salacious affair, what effect do you think that would have on the company's business? Did you really think there wouldn't be any consequences at all for what you two did?
Wait, so he's gonna get fired?
You'll have to talk to him about that. I'm going by deduction here. I'm not privy to the internal workings of his company. It just seems like the most likely outcome would be a combination of demotion and pay cut, at least. I'd say him getting fired isn't totally out of the question either, though.
How can you be so relaxed about this? My lifestyle is on the line here.
Your lifestyle, not mine. As long as you pay whatever settlement we agreed on for my lawsuit, whatever happens to the two of you after that is none of my concern.
Hey, about that. I was looking at the papers and, well, there were a lot of zeros in the amount you're suing us for.
That shouldn't be a problem for your husband, right?
But
you can talk about the finer details of the settlement with my lawyer, and he'll be contacting you soon. As for me, I no longer have any reason to speak to you, so anything you want to say to me, you can say to him.
Wait! I've been doing some thinking, and maybe getting divorced isn't such a good idea after all. What do you say, Jack? It's not too late for us, right? We can work things out. I get it, Jack. The reason you're suing me like this is to scare me into taking you back. You're still in love with me, and as long as those feelings are there, anything is possible. We can be a couple again. It'll be great. I'll be your devoted wife, and you can be my doting husband. I'll even think about not nagging you about your low salary anymore. Jack, are you there?
A few days after that last exchange, my lawyer told me that Zoe still wants to try to get back together with me. As I predicted, her husband got fired from his company after that, and she divorced him that very day. But like I said, her life isn't my problem anymore, so I told my lawyer to just ignore her and keep negotiating the settlement. As for me, I put in a transfer request to my company after the divorce was finalized, which was accepted. So I'll be moving across the state within the next few weeks. I also heard my sister's boyfriend proposed to her the other day. He seems like a really upstanding guy, so I'm sure he'll take care of her. My lawyer finally reached a settlement with my wife and her new ex-husband yesterday, and they'll be starting monthly payments next week. Obviously, my ex-wife doesn't have that kind of money, so her parents are selling their house and borrowing the rest from relatives. The last I heard, they were all living together in a cheap one-room apartment and working day and night in order to make ends meet.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Anna, in 2 days, your sister-in-law April will be coming home to relax before she has her baby. What? In 2 days, she's coming home? Why are you acting all worried about that? No, I'm not worried. I was just caught off guard because I didn't expect her to be coming home so soon. Also, wasn't she saying at first that she'd be going to her husband's parents' home to relax and wait to have her baby? I know that's what she told Caleb and I. I didn't like the thought of that, so I had a word with her and changed her mind so that she'd be coming back to my house. I was afraid that over at her in-laws' house there was a chance her mother-in-law would start to pick on her. Oh, that wouldn't be good, right? But from what I've been told, April and her mother-in-law are already really close to one another. That may be so, but in order to keep me from worrying about her, she needs to come here and relax. You should never just accept that things are going well with her and her in-laws. The fact that you're so gullible is one of the reasons why I think of you as a child. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, now that you're aware of the new plans, I would like you to start cleaning out your room and preparing it for her to stay in while she's here. What? You want for April to come and use my room? That's right. Then can't she go and stay in the guest bedroom or something? She'll be here for a few months, so it would be much more efficient to have her stay in that room over mine. How dare you say such a thing? Well, to be frank, you're making more trouble for everyone by having her move into my room. Especially me, considering next month my company is going remote, so I have to have my room set up in order to get my work done. I don't care about your work. Right now, this is about my daughter who is coming back here to have her baby. She is a pregnant woman. I don't care about you having your room or not while you're living in this house, so go find another room to work in. Huh? If you're going to be that selfish about your room, I might just have you living outside the house from now on. If things don't change with you, then I'm going to start feeling as though you're trying to harass me or something. I'm not trying to, though. I don't trust you. To be honest, it's pretty normal of you to never listen to anything I ask for. That's the kind of daughter-in-law you've been to me. The reason I'm not always listening is because you always say and ask the most outlandish things. There are times you ask me to come home from my office, which is an hour away, to make you lunch, and you want me home from there in 10 minutes. That's impossible. And do you remember the time I had that sprained ankle and you kept asking me to carry all kinds of heavy things for you? You also had me be the one to pay for a $5,000 lazy boy chair with massaging features for you. You've been putting me through so much crap lately that I'm kind of at the point where I can't listen to you. Whatever your husband's parents say to you, you must do. If you understand that now, then you start doing more for me. The first thing you need to do for me is get that room of yours cleaned out so that my pregnant daughter can start to stay in it. You will be going out into the yard to live now. The yard? There's that old doghouse out there, so that's where you'll be sleeping. Here you go again with this outlandish and impossible stuff. You seriously want me out there sleeping in Spot's old house? I do. He was a very large dog when he was still around, so you should be more than able to fit inside the doghouse and sleep. But even if I don't feel comfortable having you in this house anymore with that bad attitude, so you can go out there and sleep so April can relax. The only reason I'm not kicking you off this property completely is because you'd cause trouble for everyone being homeless in this neighborhood, and the police might come and question me about you. So be thankful that I'm willing to even let you stay in Spot's old house. What the hell? No wonder your kids hate you so much. Excuse me, what was that supposed to mean? I like to think my kids both think of me as their perfect mother. I still have work to get done today, so goodbye. Caleb, have you finished work yet?
Hey, Anna. I just finished up everything I had on the itinerary for today. Are you on your way home from work now as well?
Yep. I'm just relaxing in this bus watching the news.
Well, if you're going to be passing by Lakeview soon, can you get off there so we can meet up?
Oh, thank God. I can do that.
Why do you sound so relieved all of a sudden?
Have you heard the news about your sister coming home in 2 days to relax before having her baby?
What? No, I haven't heard anything about that, actually. Wait, wasn't she saying she'd be going out to her in-laws' place to stay with him for the next couple of months? We all know that my sister wouldn't last a day with my mom's BS. And the stress caused might create issues for the baby even. Right?
I know that. I think your mom is just being delusional again and is trying to make a scene for all of us.
What was she going on about this time?
In order to let her daughter have the most relaxing time in the house, she's wanting me to give up my room and clear it all out.
Huh?
She wants me to live out in the yard while your sister's around and have me go sleep in Spot's old doghouse at night.
Huh?
That's the easiest way I can sum everything up to you.
Hold on a sec. There has to be an end to that old fart's BS.
I'm sorry to say this, but I think the same thing about your mom. Also, I was kind of thinking perhaps your sister is in a bit of a pinch right now or something. We both know that your sister is wanting to stay at her in-laws' house because her and her mother-in-law get along so well, but, well, perhaps your mom is pestering her right now about coming back to her house, and that's caused your sister to give in.
That could be what's happened.
I was thinking we could talk about all of this if we're meeting up in Lakeview soon.
We can do that. And if we need to, we can call April and her husband and see what's going on with them.
All right, I'll be getting to the Lakeview stop here in 10 minutes or so. Let's meet over by that old oak tree out in front of the stop, okay?
Sounds good.
Caleb, let's both make sure to take the afternoon off from work, and then you and I can get to work on that plan we've made up.
While my mom is out of the house today at whatever arts and crafts class she has, we can take care of business once and for all.
Perfect. I just wanted to say I am shocked that your sister and her husband were already thinking about something like this before you and I could even start.
And I'm even more shocked that my brother-in-law has a license to operate heavy machinery.
That's true. That license is going to come in real handy here, so thank goodness we have him and didn't need to find someone else.
All right. Now, let's just relax a little bit this morning before we have to start going crazy back at the house.
Okay. Let's get all of our work done now, and then we can have the whole afternoon off to take care of things. What's this? Anna, I think this is the first time you've ever actually listened to me. You really did a wonderful job cleaning out your whole room for me. Perhaps you are finally coming around to being a good wife for my son and his family. Now I'm not as worried anymore about you trying to harass me or anything. And the best thing from all of this is that April will finally be able to come back to the house and relax alongside me. Does this mean you made it back home now? Yes. I just got home from my arts and crafts class today. You seem to have come home a lot later than normal this time around. I was invited out for dinner with one of my friends from the class, and so I decided to tag along with her. She wanted to celebrate my daughter coming back home to have my grandbaby, so we did just that. Is that so? So? Where are you at right now? I'm in the yard right now. Really? No way. You're actually going to be living out in that yard now? Oh, how funny, Anna. I can't believe you'd even do that. How fun indeed. Well, make sure to do as I've said. Like I was saying, I want you to sleep out in Spot's old doghouse tonight, and for the rest of the time that my daughter is around. Understood. I'm going to bed now. Good night. I can't believe you actually took my joke seriously. Well, now that I know you're listening to me, I'm going to have even more fun with you. I need to get ready for tomorrow, so I'm getting into the bath, and then afterwards I'm going right to bed. Anna! What the hell is all of this about? I just woke up and was on my way to get breakfast, and as I opened up the cupboard, the only things inside were one bowl and one plate. And when I went to have a look inside Caleb's room, none of his stuff was in there. Oh, what the hell is all of this about? I see. So you finally come around to realizing what's going on? We were hoping that last night when you went to have dinner, you would notice the big change, but you came home late and went right to bed. We just had to wait until the morning to hear back from you about everything. Sorry for the early morning surprise. I want to know what's going on right now. I wasn't lying about being in the yard last night, by the way. But when I said yard, I meant the yard of this wonderful resort I'm staying at while waiting on things to be moved. Waiting on things to be moved? Caleb and I moved out of there. What did you say? When? When did you both have time to do all of that? Just the other day. 2 days ago, in fact, we decided to make a plan to take care of business for us. And that plan involved us moving all our things out of your house yesterday. At first, we didn't think we could pull everything off in such a short time, but once we thought of all the reasons for why we needed to get out, we were able to make it happen. This is not the time to be talking to me about all of that crap. Ugh, damn it! Oh, this is the day April is finally coming home, and both her brother and sister-in-law are no longer around? April isn't going back home to your house. Huh? Just as she'd said once she made her mind up, she went over to her mother-in-law's house and will be relaxing there for a while. And after that, her husband and her are planning on moving into a brand new house to start living together with her in-laws. Why? I was giving her the chance to finally escape being bullied by her mother-in-law. Scarlett, April has never said anything about her relationship with her mother-in-law being sour. Have you still not noticed that April hates you? Huh? I asked April about how things were around you after your husband, her father, had passed away. And from what she unpacked with me, there was a lot of drama and a lot of bad memories for her. Like the one where you kicked her older sister out of the house and then disowned her. What are you talking about? Apparently it was April's older sister who was able to get you and your husband to get married in the first place. But then after the marriage, she tried to tell her father she had messed up, but he never listened. What is all of this, Anna? Oh, this has nothing to do with what's going on right now. It turns out that April's older sister knew you had some problems, and after you became single again, those problems, the roots to them, began to take hold again. Excuse me, what roots are you talking about? Well, I'm sure things will all settle down once you are left all by yourself for good. What? You don't have to understand what I'm talking about here. And forget about Paws, because we took her with us as well. My cat? Oh, we got Paws years ago because I told everyone that I wanted a cat, and that makes her mine. Well, the issue is, ever since she went from being a kitten and turned into a cat, you stopped caring about her. You really think things would have changed after we moved out? I sure don't think so. Caleb and I were the only two that would feed her and give her any attention. No way! Honestly, you never even knew how to care for a cat, nor even a dog. That's why Spot's gone now, because you never took him out on walks and would only feed him junk. Right now, the only person that Paws wants to be with is the person who cared for her the most. Caleb. She knew something was going on when we were taking everything out of your house, and as we climbed into our car, she hopped in with us. No way!
Mom?
Caleb, oh, finally! Hey, why? Why would you do this to me?
Do I really have to go through and explain all my reasons to you?
What?
I'm sure you can already tell why I'm out of there now. To be honest, I wanted to be out of that house a lot sooner than this. Like years ago, back when I first married Anna. Even before that, actually, after Dad had passed away and things started to really go downhill with you. Well, I've finally taken the chance and I want things between you and I to be finished with. Let me be now.
Let you be?
I was originally going to say all of this to you after April had her baby and was feeling better. But Mom, I cannot be around you anymore. You have made things so hard on everyone, and recently you've been really crossing the line with all of your delusions.
Oh, Caleb, you hold it right there. That inheritance. If you do this to me, then you'll never be getting any money or anything from me.
That's fine with me. I'm sure there isn't much that'll be left behind anyway.
But what about your father's money?
That's all gone now, right? You haven't worked a job in the last 20 years, so all of that money he left is probably long gone, being burnt away by you.
What?
And as for that house you're living in still? It was made mine in Dad's will. My name's been on it this whole time.
What? Are you kidding me, Caleb?
And I plan to have that house sold soon, which means you need to be out of there soon, and can't stop thinking about April or I being your kids now. Luckily, you've already started thinking about Kelsey. Bye now.
From what it sounds like, Scarlett had never been the most amazing person for anyone to be around. And when she was younger, she seemed to have been so spoiled by her parents that she was never able to grow out of it. And that ended up causing her to trip up in the end, as her inability to understand others' feelings led to her downfall within her family. One could say she was a victim of bad parenting since her parents never knew how to raise her properly, but at the age she's at now, she should have worked on fixing her issues a long time ago. So really, she was a victim of her parents' poor care for her, but she became less and less of a victim as she became older and older and would cause issues for more and more people. Anyway, as for my sister-in-law, April, she was able to give birth to a baby girl, and that made Caleb and I officially turn into an uncle and aunt. April made sure to not let Scarlett get anywhere near her baby, which would be impossible for her anyway, since she can no longer find a way to April's new house. Luckily, though, April did say she'd be bringing her baby over to our new house soon, and Caleb and I cannot wait to see how her baby reacts to Paws. But before all that can happen, we need to finish cleaning up our house, since it's been full of moving boxes and all that from when our brother-in-law helped us move in with that moving truck. He even got a small crane, which he used to help get our pool table into the house for us, so that's where his heavy machinery license came into play. Anyway, after April did end up telling Scarlett about her baby and that she would never be allowed to see her, Scarlett was informed she needed to be put into a retirement home since she didn't have enough money anymore for a place of her own. Of course, the place is still going to cost some money over time, but Caleb agreed to use some of the money from his sold house to pay for her stay. But he said he would only do so if we got her a place that was very far away from where we're living now. With the way she acts all entitled and brash, I'm sure she won't be making any friends in that retirement home and will most definitely be alone for the rest of her life. And what the staff there have said so far is that she'll stay in her room all day just laying in bed and crying. So, there we go.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey sis, how's it going? I was wondering if you had some free time tomorrow. I was hoping you could accompany me on a little shopping trip I have planned. How about we go for lunch too while we're at it? My treat.
Hey, Gallagher. Good morning. Sure, I don't mind tagging along, but won't your fiancé Indigo be going with you? Somehow going out shopping with your sister right before your wedding feels kind of sad.
No way, there's nothing sad about me hanging out with my sis. Besides, you came home from your work transfer in Scotland, especially to come to mine and Indigo's wedding, right? You'll be going straight back after the wedding, right? I'll barely get a chance to see you, so treating you to a meal is the least I can do. It'd be nice to catch up with you in person sometimes, you know?
guess you're right. It'd be nice to see you, too.
All right, that settles it. I'll see you outside the ticket gate at the southern gate of Ferdinand Station.
Got it. I knew it, you frickin' jerk! You're cheating on me! Hey, Gallagher, answer me. I just knew you were lying about going out for lunch with your sister. Who the hell is that woman? We're supposed to be getting married this weekend, you jerk. You are horrible. How could you do this to me? I'm about to teach your new girlfriend a lesson, so you better prepare yourselves for the hell that's about to rain down on you. No one crosses me. No one. Punishment delivered. That was the best punch I've ever thrown, even if I do say so myself. I hit her square in the jaw, and when she recoiled back, it was like it happened in slow motion. I loved the noise she made when she fell to the floor. I can still hear it in my head now. Man, that felt good. Hello? Gallagher, are you there? I got a good look at that bitch you're cheating on me with when I knocked her lights out, and she was very clearly older than you. I can't believe you'd cheat on me with a dried-up old hag. I'm obviously better looking than her. What the hell is wrong with you? Surely that's why you asked me to marry you. If you break up with her by the end of the day, I'll let you off the hook with just a $1,000 compensation payment, and we can still go ahead with the wedding. However, to ensure you never cheat on me again, I'll have no choice but to place you under constant surveillance, which means if you still want to marry me, you'll have to marry into my family and take my surname. Of course, that means you'll be moving in with me and my parents. Oh, and I'll be taking full control over your bank account so I can manage your finances on your behalf. This will be a lot easier for you if you accept that you have no other option than to do as I say sooner rather than later. If we have an understanding, I suggest you hurry up and dump the bitch. Then get down on your knees, apologize to me, and beg for my forgiveness.
Hey, Indigo. Where the hell are you?
Oh, hello there, Gallagher. What do you mean, where am I? Like hell I'm telling you. If you've decided to do the adult thing and apologize for cheating on me, maybe, just maybe, I'll tell you.
What the hell are you talking about? I just read your messages, so what's going on? Do you have any idea what an absurd misunderstanding you're making here?
Huh? A misunderstanding? Wow. And so begins the denial. Pathetic. I was hoping you had more integrity than this, but I guess that was naive of me, given that you were enough of a lowlife to cheat on me in the first place. I caught you and your lover together. I saw you with my own eyes. Are you seriously going to try and worm your way out of that despite the fact I caught you in the act? Or is this where you try and gaslight me and say I didn't see what I know I did?
That was my big sister, you idiot. I told you that when I left the house after breakfast this morning.
I don't want to hear your pathetic excuses, you low-life jerk. You act like I haven't seen your sister before. I know she was plumper with longer hair. That bitch I put in her place today had stylish short hair. You can't seriously think I'd get her mixed up with your sister. They practically couldn't look more different.
My sister went on a diet when she moved to Scotland for her work transfer.
Huh?
The diet went well and she lost a bunch of weight, so she decided to use the momentum to redesign her entire image. She had her hair cut short and started going for a more sporty image with the way she dressed.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Oh, this is ridiculous. I know you're desperate to come up with excuses to get yourself out of the mess you've made, but you should at least try to make them sound believable.
What the hell? God damn it, Indigo. I told you all this before. Don't you ever listen to a word I say? Don't you remember? I told you about my sister's diet maybe a month ago? You know, when we were talking about what it might be like to live abroad?
Oh, that? Wait a sec. You mean that whole conversation was nothing but a setup for you to justify your cheating in case you ever got caught? Oh, Jesus, Gallagher, you're even more cunning than I thought.
What?
Just when I thought you couldn't possibly sink any lower, you exceed all expectations.
It wasn't a setup at all. It was just a freaking lighthearted conversation.
Quit blabbering on at me and apologize. We're not going to get anywhere until you do, so why not just swallow your pride and get it over with already? Like I said before, all you need to do is get on your knees, apologize, beg for my forgiveness, and accept all the conditions I listed before. If you do that, I'll agree to go ahead with the wedding. I suggest you hurry up and make your decision before I stop feeling so generous and big-hearted. Apologize.
I didn't cheat on you.
Oh, for God's sake, are you still trying to keep up the act? Pathetic.
The woman you saw me with was my sister. The woman you punched in the face based on the most ridiculous understanding of all time was my sister. It's fine to have doubts, but you should at least clarify them before resorting to violence. And seriously, me and my sister are both the spitting image of our dad. So even if her hair or build has changed, you should have known it was her from one look at her face. If anything, we look even more similar since her facial features became more defined from losing so much weight. You should have at least checked if it wasn't a case of mistaken identity before punching her square in the face. Do you have any idea of the gravity of the situation you caused?
That's my line, you low-life cheating scum. Are you so desperate to cling to your lies and excuses that you'd throw away the opportunity to win back my hand in marriage?
So basically what you're saying is that you'll tell me where you are if I get down on my knees and apologize to you?
Oh, look, so you do understand. Does this mean you're finally ready to accept that you messed up and right your wrongs? Fantastic. You should know, I want to make sure I get some photos of you apologizing on your knees to me so that I can use them as a reminder to keep you in check if you ever dare cross me again. All right, I'll tell you where I am. I'm on a train headed to my parents' place. I'll be arriving in about 30 more minutes. Anyway, now that's settled, we need to discuss the particulars of our new living arrangement with my parents. I assure you, you will be on your best behavior while living with my mom and dad. Hurry up and get your ass down here with my $1,000 compensation for the affair so we can get down to business and start planning our future together. Gallagher, why are you still not here?
Shut up already.
Excuse me, what did you just say to me?
I filed criminal charges against you.
Say what now? God damn it, are you really gonna make me do this? It looks like I'll have no choice but to tell your sister. If I can get a written testimony from her, I'll finally have concrete proof of the affair. Hello, Lisa. My name is Indigo, and I am your brother's fiancé. I think this is the first time I've ever messaged you since we met last year before you went on your work transfer to Scotland. So anyway, as for why I'm messaging you, listen to this. Gallagher cheated on me. And that's not all. He lied about being with you while he was out with his lover. Don't you think that's horrible, using you as cover for his affair like that? Surely you understand the pain I'm going through as a fellow woman. We have to stick together at times like this, sister. So won't you tell that jerk of a brother of yours he needs to pay up? I've tried and tried, but he won't listen, and he stubbornly refuses to admit that he even did anything wrong, which is why I need you to tell him to pay me $1,000 in compensation before getting down on his knees and apologizing to me. Hello? Lisa, are you there? Hello? Why aren't you replying? Answer me already. Wait a sec, are you on his side? Are you on that filthy, lying cheater side even after what he did? Ugh, no way you'd side with a cheater. Hello? You do realize I'll have no choice but to call off the wedding if Gallagher doesn't apologize to me, right? Is that what you want? You know, I assumed you'd be intelligent when your brother told me you were selected for an overseas work transfer in Scotland, but I must say I am so disappointed in you. No way, you're not gonna start making a big show and dance about how your brother filed criminal charges against me too, are you? You'd do well to remember he is the one in the wrong here, not me. All I did was launch a counterattack against the bitch he cheated on me with. How could you file charges against me for that?
Hey, Indigo. I just had a look at my sister's phone. Would you quit it and cut this crap out already? My sister has a concussion from when she banged her head on the floor after you punched her in the face. So she's resting up in bed and can't use her phone.
Snore. When will it end, Gallagher? When are you gonna stop coming up with these pitiful lies and own up to what you did? This crap ain't gonna wash with me.
Allow me to answer your questions to my sister on her behalf. I already filed charges.
What the hell?
How are you surprised? I already told you, for God's sakes, and that's not all. I phoned your parents and told them I'm calling off the engagement and the wedding. I also told them I have no intention of settling out of court. Lube up your bank account, Indigo, because I'm going in hard.
Oh my god. Wait a sec. Was all that stuff you said about the woman I punched being your sister true?
Did you seriously think I was lying?
Duh, obviously. Gallagher? Gallagher! Hello? My mom and dad flipped out at me so hard. I've never seen them that angry before. My dad got me in a headlock, dragged me up to my bedroom, threw me in, and locked the door before ordering me to wait until the cops arrive. Why is this happening? All I did was make a little misunderstanding. We all make mistakes sometimes, right? How can you turn a blind eye while your fiancé gets arrested? Surely this must be tearing you up inside. And what about your sister? Me and her will be family soon. How could she just stand by and watch as you filed criminal charges against me? Gallagher! 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 You do realize me and you won't be able to get married if you keep this up, right? I'll forgive your sister for confusing me. I swear I will. Just drop the charges, please. If you do that, you can still marry me. Mom and Dad should calm down and stop acting crazy, too. You'll do that for me, won't you, sweetie? Gallagher, please reply. Why won't you answer me? I'm not kidding here, baby. You really, really won't be able to marry me anymore if you keep this up for much longer. Is that what you want? You could lose me forever.
Yes, that's exactly what I want.
What?
Bye.
What the hell does that mean?
Hey, Lisa. Is now a good time to message? Are you feeling better yet?
Hey, Gallagher. Yeah, my condition's improved a lot. Thanks. The concussion's gone, the swelling on my chin has gone down, and the cut in my mouth is healing up nicely. Things are finally on the up. I'm so sorry for putting you through all this.
No way, that's my line. I can't believe I almost married Indigo. She's a complete lunatic. I'm so sorry for all the trouble. We didn't deserve any of this.
Now that you mention her, what's the situation with Indigo right now?
Oh, right. I called her parents and, taking into consideration the endless barrage of deranged, threatening messages, we decided it was best that we proceed with the charges.
I see. It's not going to be easy for a girl of her age to end up with a criminal record, and given that it's all on CCTV, I doubt there's any chance she'll get off. But the fact of the matter is she broke the law and hasn't shown a shred of remorse about it. And as long as she refuses to accept the error of her ways, she'll continue to be a danger to society and should be dealt with accordingly. In short, she made her bed and now she has to lie in it.
All right, sis, you nailed it. I just got done canceling the engagement, but her parents very kindly agreed me to pay the compensation and cover the cost of the wedding on Indigo's behalf. Apparently, they're gonna see to it that she pays them back out of her own dime. In their own words, no matter what.
Wow, really? Well, thank God they're a little more reasonable than their daughter.
Also, they guarantee me they'll make absolutely sure she never shows up here looking for revenge. So you don't have to worry about her doing anything else.
I guess that just about wraps everything up then, right?
Yep, pretty much. Anyway, when will you be leaving back for Scotland? I imagine you had to delay everything with that, what with the whole being hospitalized thing, right?
Oh, right. I'll be in America for another week.
I was hoping we can give going out for that meal another shot, since we kind of got interrupted last time. What do you say?
Oh, I'd love to. I was hoping we could fit it in before I leave again, actually. All right. Would it be cheeky of me to put in a request for that pizza place on 7th Street?
Not at all. The least I can do for you is treat you to some pizza after what you've been through. I'm obviously going to be footing the bill, too. Are you sure you don't want to go somewhere much more expensive? It's not like we get to see each other that much. How about we splash out? There are a bunch of upmarket places on 12th Street.
Oh, they do look nice, but I can never help but feel like those places seem kind of stiff and formal. I was thinking maybe somewhere we could let our hair down, relax, and have a wild old time while enjoying our fair share of beer.
Aha. I know what you mean. Say no more. In that case, the pizza place on 7th Street it is. Of course, there'll be beer plenty, but they also do an all-you-can-eat buffet. I can't wait.
Wow, they do? Oh, they must have introduced that while I was away, because I don't remember that at all. Yes, infinite pizza!
Get hyped.
Woohoo! I can't wait.
I received another apologetic phone call from Indigo's parents a few days later. Apparently, they felt like I deserved to know about what was going to happen to their daughter going forward. Her mom and dad are old now, and they decided their problem daughter was beyond their capabilities, which meant she was sent on a grueling 12-hour bus ride with endless changeovers to stay with a distant relative with a reputation for being extremely strict. To add insult to injury, for my wayward ex-fiancé, her phone and laptop were confiscated before she went. It was decided that she would gradually pay her parents back for the compensation they paid me by working on her relative's farm while undergoing a rigorously disciplined routine of chores and rehabilitation, all while having access to no entertainment or leisure activities. As for me and my sister, we went to the pizza place a few days later. After the beer started flowing, suddenly my sister said to me, "People you thought you knew can change in a heartbeat, no matter how long you've known them, no matter their age or gender. The key to protecting yourself is to train your ability to judge character." While a little taken aback by the suddenness of her semi-drunken proclamation, her words struck a chord with me. With that, I swore to introduce my next girlfriend to my sister at the first opportunity.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.